Hey Cliff, hope you can hear me okay. But yeah, bud, so we post manually. We make manual posts. Like if you have a Facebook page, like an actual like business page or something, they have these post schedulers right here, and you can just schedule posts, anytime, any day, right? But we always do it manual. Now, if we're gonna post on multiple platforms like your GMB, Instagram, wherever, like on a bunch of different platforms, your website, blog. We'll use Zapier, connect all the accounts together, then we'll zap the post across all those platforms. But we create them manually, right? We don't use robots or AIs to create posts. And as far as this Google My Business listing, what I did was I took this GMB map listing right here, this thing right here, right, which is one of the most important uh, assets you can have on Google, right? This is an asset, and your website is only an asset if it's ranked, right? So I took this map listing and I ran it through my heat map tool. Now, here's the deal. This heat map shows me everywhere your map listing is and is not being ranked. Does this make sense? Check this out. So when anyone is looking for cleaning, right? Cleaning, it doesn't matter if I'm looking for a foot doctor or some chiropractor or house cleaning. This is the deal. Someone's either going to ask, hey, do you know any good cleaners? Right? That's why we're in a referral group. Or they're going to hop on Google and they're going to search for whatever it is that they're looking for. These top three businesses and these top three map listings get 70 to 80% of the traffic. And that means clicks, that means calls, that means walk-ins, etc. 70 to 80%. 74% look at the reviews prior to making a purchasing decision. So that means the bulk of the money is being in these top results. Now, if I type in cleaning service, Keller, it's going to be these top three businesses. Okay, these top three. They're going to get the first phone calls, believe it or not. That's why we created this heat map. And this heat map shows me when I zoom in where you rank in the top three or anywhere in a specific area. So, Flower Mound, these are the top three businesses, right? Mary Maid of Denton, these top three are getting the first calls. These top three are getting the first, making the sales. We can go anywhere. I can run this thing anywhere. I can narrow it down to a smaller area, right? This is your heat. This is your GMB. This is how it's ranking. So although, your corporation or your franchise is managing this stuff for you, they're not really focused on your local GMB. They might be focused on the website, you know what I mean? How the website is ranking, but chances are they're not focused on your chapter. Chances are they're not really focused on your URL. You know what I mean? And this is what I mean. You should have your own URL. Like I'm not really, you know, trying to mess with your website. I'm saying like you should have your own URL, right? It'll say Keller, Texas. So this is your URL, right? But are they ranking this URL? This is yours. That kind of goes hand in hand with this, but still, you're still missing out on a lot of calls just based off of search volume alone. So we can go to Grapevine and pick any area. These are the top three. And you can even go in here, Louisville, and just see how everyone else is ranking. You're gonna have some people that are ranking across the board. Some people aren't doing that. Mary Maids of Denton. So that's that. I'm gonna send you a copy of this. This is what I'm talking about. I hope this makes sense, man. I just figured it'd be quicker just to make you a video. But ecomaids, this is your map listing. You know, you're not ranking in any top three positions, right? It just means you're missing out on calls just based on local search. It's different whenever you're in your own house or wherever your map listing's set up, and then you do that search. You might be number one in, like when you're right, like literally in the same street, or but all these circles represent somebody searching for cleaning. I can even narrow down a cleaning service. All right, I had to pause real quick. So I ran it twice. I actually ran it twice, two more times. So I ran it for cleaning service, and I tightened up the area, as you can see. And then I typed in same thing, just on a bigger area like the first time. You see, you're not pulling up in search results. Your map listing is not pulling up in search results. So I just had to share that with you. And when we post and we collect these reviews, it helps turn these other areas green, which means they're being seen, they're getting the first call. So